So here we go, man. Good luck, Red Sonja reboot. Very woman empowered. Matilda Lutz lets it be known that the movie will be going in a very different direction than the comics. Well, here's the thing. I was excited when they announced the Red Sonja movie, and it looked like they had cast an actual redhead, or at least it looked like she was a redhead to me. And I was like, okay, whenever they do a movie casting, I'm always skeptical until I, see the movie. Because I've learned that you just can't judge a book by its cover with Tom Cruise when he played Lestat in Interview with a Vampire. No one thought he could do it, but he did it and blew people away with his performance. So if it's a real actor, guess what? Actors can act. But let's see what they got going on here. It's already sounding like a smash hit. Fans have another female comic book movie to look forward to as actress Matilda Lutz. Let's it be known that Red Sonja movie reboot is more about empowering females than pleasing its male counterparts. Hey, all the women certainly came out and worked for Madam Web. What? Incorrect. Incorrect. It did not work for Madam Web. And the Marvels, right? Marvels? No, it did not. Not to mention Black Widow, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, and Birds of Prey. The flick doesn't have a release date, but has been in development for a couple of years with filming complete and things in the editing process. First look was way back in 2022. Back in September of last year, a producer said that they were working on getting the CGI right because the flick is a darker take than the 1985 movie people are most familiar with. Have you tried watching that lately? It's a riot, man. Known for being sexy, Red Sonja is a fantasy sword and sorcery comic book superheroine who is often depicted in scantily clad bikini armor. Yes, and that's what we want. That's what made her popular. The character debuted in the pages of Conan the Barbarian in the Marvel Comics published in the 1970s and 80s, with Dynamite Entertainment now publishing the latest comics. I actually have Red Sonja's first appearance in Conan. It's either Conan 22 or 23, but I have them both. So there's like a cameo and then the first appearance of Red Sonja. I have those books because I am a big Red Sonja fan, right? I have a ton of Red Sonja dudes. That's why I'm making Savage Sin, because it's influenced by my love of Red Sonja and fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons. The character is also part based on Robert E. Howard's character Red Sonja of Ragatino, a female swashbuckler from his 1934 short story The Shadow of the Vulture. It's kind of funny that you mentioned that, because I actually have one of the Dynamite books with me, Red Sonja's Vulture Circle. Because I'm going to be going through some of my Red Sonjas, rereading them, because I'm going to be finish writing Savage Sin #2, and I want to make sure I got my fantasy on when I go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Awesome cover here, by the way. Jim Lee, right there. Red Sonja Jim Lee poster, Dynamite Entertainment. I'm going to have to try and find this somewhere. Separating it from the comics. However, star Matilda Lutz says they're not adapting original comics or version, but going in a different direction. How shocking. According to CBR.com, will subvert the original male gaze trope. Well, I'm not sure I would recommend that. Do you actually want men to come see your movie? Or do you want it to fail like the list that was just given? Predominantly Madam Web. You have to be listening to us, man. If you want to stay in business, you have to be listening to us. Period. So what they say here, quote unquote. So what I can tell you about Red Sonja is the first one that comes to comics from me with a very male-oriented gaze orientation. This is a completely different story. It's very women-empowered, which I love about the script. The article further adds that Red Sonja reboot will be separating it from the previous adaptations and original comic books. They also spoke with Collider. Oh, big shock. Collider. There used to be a time when Collider was cool, and then the world got woke. And then they decided, well, we better be woke or the woke will cancel us. Collider, you lost your edge that made you cool. Christian Harloff being the main guy who I really enjoyed on that show. The article adds further that Red Sonja Reboot was separated from the previous adaptations. They spoke with Collider and mentioned the bikini armor will be used in a different way. Well, at least they're including it. So let's see what this different way entails. Even in costume rehearsals, the building the whole costume was like, I felt very exposed. But what I love about is that the bikini is used in a completely different way from the comics. I'm so excited to see what the audience is going to think. I was already in the script that the costume was going to be used, but not as exposure kind of element, but in a different way. I don't want to spoil it in a different way. So it felt good to wear something that was used for a purpose. Well, maybe it's like a pool scene or a fountain of youth and she's wearing it and gets caught off guard or something like that, you know. Could be any of a number of things. That information is not enough to go off of. Red Sonja is a Millennium Media. Is from Millennium Media with MJ Bassett, Solomon Kane directing. The film also stars Robert Shailen from Netflix's The Umbrella Academy as Dragon, and Wallace Day of Sex Life playing Red Sonja's wicked half-sister. Additional casting includes Michael Bisping as Hawk, Martin Ford as General Karlak, and Eliza as Amarak. Some of these names I'm just skipping because I can't pronounce them. You know, the script is by Joey Soloway, who wrote Netflix's Tomb Raider, I guess, and Transparent. I don't really care about the producers and blah, blah, blah. So in short, I'm glad to see, though. Like, here's the thing. I'm glad to see a mention, at least, even some sort of acknowledgement of the chainmail bikini. Okay? That alone, the fact that they mention it, it's going to be used. Just not in the way that many might want it to be used. It's still going to be present. Now, if they use it and they trash on it, I'm going to be upset. But if they do use it in a nice, tasteful way that's really cool, then this movie just might get my forgiveness as a Red Sonja fan. I will be there to see it when it comes out, 100%. To love it or to hate it, I am going to go see that movie. I'm a Red Sonja fan. But guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Yay or nay on Red Sonja? Are you excited? Are you not excited? What do you hope actually happens in the movie? And how do you think the chainmail bikini will be used? Sound off down in the comments below. Like and share. And guys, as always, stay tuned for word of our sponsor. I wonder who's that going to be? Me? All right, guys, if you're wondering who today's video sponsor is, look no further. It is me, Austin. It is me all along. And I just like to talk about, people ask, I like to buy Nyobi. How do I get some pigtails in my life? Where do I get started? Do you have any sites? What can I do to get your books in my hands? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to provide you that answer right meow. So here it goes, man. The first way you can do it, and probably the best way, is to my Shopify store. You can access that at nyobicomics.myshopify.com, or you can simply go to the YouTube channel where you're watching this video now. Go to the main page and click on Store. There you will see Nyobi items up for grabs. Just click on one and proceed from there. Now, let's say you're an eBay buyer. You like eBay, use eBay? Well, we got you covered there. ebay.ca. USR, Nyobicomic. If you just type in Nyobi on eBay, you're going to find me. I got several listings there. And on eBay, typically you're going to find the harder to get variants, a little bit of our more expensive items, and harder to find back issues. So if collectibles are your thing, eBay is where you want to go for more Nyobi. Where else can you get Nyobi? Maybe eBay's too expensive for you. Maybe you read on a budget. Maybe you like having books on a tablet, on a phone, read them on your PC, whatever. So get Nyobi at Gumroad, nyobicomics.gumroad.com. It's great for those who read on digital. We got lots of great items there. You can buy them for $5 or less. Nyobi on digital, gumroad.com. Now, the other way you can get Nyobi is by going to your local comic book shop. Just the other day, Nyobi Birthright was released by Antarctic Press and in shops nationwide, worldwide. So go into your local comic shop, ask if they have any Nyobi. If they don't, ask them if they can order it. And if we happen to be in a time where we haven't released anything in a little while, maybe see if there's any Nyobi in those back issue bins. So Nyobi at your local comic book shop. But that's not all. You can go to antarcticpress.myshopify.com. Antarctic Press, of course, is the label that publishes Nyobi. You can go ahead and buy Nyobi directly from them online as well. So go ahead and give Antarctic Press Give AP some love and tell Ben Dunn I said hello. But that's not it, folks. Our major way to get Nyobi, our preferred way, honestly, when it comes right down to the end of it here, is you can get Nyobi on Kickstarter when we release them. We'll be doing Nyobi Outbreak number 3 in March. We'll have all the Nyobi goodies that you can shake a stick at, plus Savage Sim, plus Nyobi Penguina, plus more. Nyobi Kickstarter. Kickstarter is where our biggest fan base is. It's where we make the most amount of money. It is what we plug the most. All those other things I went over just a little while ago, those are great if you're looking to catch up. If you're looking to get the latest, greatest, the newest issue of Nyobi as it comes out, Kickstarter is the way to go. But with that being said, however you get Nyobi in your life, we appreciate it. Nyobi 2024 is going to be the year of the pigtail. We got so much lined up, man. It's going to be crazy. So thank you very much for tuning in to this video. Stay tuned for more videos. And just know, I'm always the sponsor, Austin.